And batting ninth and playing left field is number 17, Cade Colpine.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Carroll High School for today's varsity baseball game between Homestead and the Carroll Chargers. Homestead comes into this game with a 14-4 record, while Carroll 13-3. We are getting ready for the national anthem, so we'll take a short break here at Carroll High School.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are the starting lineups for your Carroll Chargers.
Actually, they've changed it up on us a little bit here, and they're going to do the starting lineups now. So we'll give you starting lineups. First for Homestead, number 2, Noah Lyson. He'll lead off and play shortstop. And center field, number 18, Matt Anderson. Catching, Isaac Bear, number 15. Batting fourth in the cleanup spot, the first baseman, Luke Wilcox. Their DH today will be Zach Schwartz, and he will bat for Zach Parisi, the pitcher today. Number 3, Drew Delacusta. He'll bat number 6 and play second base. In right field, number 22, that'll be Nick Davitt. At third base, number 24, Brady Harkness. And in left field, Cade Colpine. For the home team, playing shortstop, number 2, Langston Ginder. Catching, number 24, Hayden Jones. Batting third, the first baseman, Riley Perlick. Playing third base will be Jared Shirk. The DH will be number 27, Grant Braun.
Ladies and gentlemen,
in left field will be Blake Castetter, playing second base, Joe Henschel. In right field, Hunter Freeman. And in center field, Nate Fish. We are ready for our national anthem, so we'll take a quick break here on SummitCitySports.com. And there's our national anthem, and we're ready for baseball here on a bit of a chilly afternoon here in Northeast Indiana. It's about 57 degrees at game time. Once again, the pitcher today for Carroll High School will be Nolan Levenloff. He comes into this game a 2-1 record on the season. His last outing, he actually lost, but pitched unbelievably against Snyder, but was beat in that game by just basically a team that didn't hit the ball. So for Homestead, they'll have Zach Parisi starting on the mound today. Parisi comes into this game with a 6-1 record on the season, and he leads all of their scoring, all of their pitching this season with a 6-1 record. I'm joined today by my good friend Rich Dunno, the inventor of the King of the Hill, and he'll be here today to be my sidekick, my Harry. Well, I guess I'll be Harry Doyle, and you'll be my sidekick. So I want to thank Rich for being here today, and shocking you're not in Florida.
No, heck, I just got back a little while ago.
Yeah, you and I, we like to go down there about as much as possible. Let's just put it that way.
Oh, yeah. I think I'll end up down here in a couple of years.
Yeah, me too. Hopefully, if I can talk my wife into that. So, but it looks like they're done with warm-ups here. And have you seen Levenloff pitch yet this season?
Yeah, I actually worked with them over the winter.
Oh, good, good. So you're familiar with both pitchers today?
Yeah, I worked with both of them. Yeah, Nolan's a really good kid. Got a couple D1 offers, small D1 offers. But he's 6 foot, what do you say, about 180 pounds, power pitcher. He's probably right around mid-80s.
Yeah, absolutely. And
touching upper 80s.
The one thing you notice about Nolan is he's very effortless in his pitching. I mean, his fastball and his curveball all look the same. And right there you saw he just threw an off-speed pitch for a strike. So it's real difficult to pick up his pitches. Just ask one of my boys who took the offer on him a few days ago, and there's a foul ball to the backstop by the shortstop, Noah Lysing, who leads off today for the Homestead Spartans.
Yeah, Nolan's got a really good curveball. He came in with a really good curveball, but we really worked on his changeup. And I tell you, he's got really good stuff. And he's one of those kids that we can tell his body still hasn't grown.
Yeah, and absolutely. I remember he had a knee injury. Gosh, it's probably been 3-4 years ago. I think he tore an ACL, and he looks like he's fully recovered from that. And up to bat is the center fielder, Matt Anderson, who will not play college baseball. Instead, he will star in football at the Air Force Academy next season.
Awesome. I've heard some pretty good things about him.
Yeah, he's very fast center fielder. Is able to patrol out there pretty much from gap to gap with his speed. And there's a high fastball up and away, and quickly a 2-0 count here now to Matt Anderson as he looks to try to reach for the first time today for the Homestead Spartans. Here's a delivery, and there's just basically a BP fastball there. Go ahead and see how far you can hit the ball, and he fouls it off to the backstop. And 2-1 count now on Matt Anderson. It's just interesting to see how far Lebemoff has come in the last 3 or 4 years. He looks really good on the mound.
Yep. Got to catch that?
There's a line drive.
Beautiful catch.
Yeah, great catch out there in right field.
By Hunter Freeman.
Yeah, Hunter Freeman.
Yep.
So Freeman catches it, and there's 2 quick outs here in the top of the first inning. And as we go on here today, we'll get into your King of the Hill apparatus and what it really has done, not only for the kids in the area, but for you. I mean, this is something you've really worked on over the last, gosh, I'm going to say 10 years.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's another off-speed pitch in there for a called strike. And that's to Isaac Bear, the catcher. And he is the power hitter in this lineup, to be honest with you. He can really hit the ball.
I've heard really good things about this kid, too.
And he swings on another curveball. Evidently, there are some good scouting reports, since these two teams have already played each other this season. I believe, did Homestead win the first matchup between these two? They did. And Bear will call timeout. He asked for the timeout, and he gets it. 0-2 count here. Lebemoff in the windup once again, and he'll deliver, and he'll go curveball again, but it's out and away, and that'll make the count 1-2 to Isaac Bear. Lebemoff, you just look at him, it just like it's so easy to him.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that he doesn't muscle anything, which allows him to go fairly deep into games on most of his outings this season.
Yeah, and if you take a look at his arm action, the way his arms move up, that's a really good way to disguise a fastball. Really good way to any one of his pitches.
Yeah, absolutely. And Bear will line out to the center fielder, and that will be the end of the half inning here. So line drive to center field is caught out there by Nathan Fish, and that will do it. No hits, no runs, and he only threw 13 pitches in that inning, so a real effective top half of the inning for the Carroll pitcher Nolan Lebemoff. So on the mound now will be Jack Parisi, and I know you're real familiar with Jack.
Yep, worked with him this year too. Still working with him. Every Sunday when he doesn't pitch a couple days, he'll come in and just do a little tune-up. Just a short bullpen and just work on every one of his pitches.
Yeah, and when your out pitch can be your fastball, you're going to be a real effective high school pitcher, and his is that pitch.
Oh yeah, no doubt. He's also a mid upper. And I heard last summer he hit touch 90.
Really, that's awesome.
Yeah, and he's another really good kid and really hard worker. He went through a couple different programs, the 3X program. He's been working on my trainer ever since he started working with me too.
Yeah, I remember when he was a young guy, man. He was just, he really loved to play baseball. He just didn't know what his niche was going to be yet in baseball. I know he loved to pitch, but then, he got around his freshman And maybe it was his sophomore year when he really started getting super serious about becoming a high-level, not only high school pitcher, but becoming a college pitcher down the road. And you've seen that in his stats this year. He's 6-1 on the season.
Right.
You know, what else can you say? 33 innings pitched, so he's a heck of a pitcher. He's a workhorse.
Yep.
And that's what coaches really like about him.
Yeah, and if you take a look at his 2.29 ERA, he only had really bad outing. The rest of the times, he should be right around 1.5 without that one bad outing. And he gives Javier de Jesus a lot of credit for working with him on his off-speed pitches. Javier worked with him like 2 or 3 years, done wonderful stuff. I just came in and worked on his lower half and just had him throw pitches. So Javier did a really good job with him.
Yeah, you can just see his maturity is definitely there. He's got a good family behind him. You know what? And he's got a pretty good team on the field. Homestead comes into the game 14-4 on the season, and these are top 10 ranked teams in the state of Indiana right now.
Yep.
So leading off for the Carroll Chargers will be Langston Ginder, and there's a off-speed pitch to start the game.
What was that? Is that a changeup?
That was either a changeup or a curveball.
He does throw a pretty good slider, a really good slider. I'd say that's probably his plus pitch.
Ginder now batting .479 on the season. And there's another one in the dirt, and he'll take that for a ball. You know, if Langston Ginder gets on base, it's danger time already.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because he's got Hayden Jones batting behind him. And Hayden generally squares everything up.
Yeah.
Very rarely does he not.
He's definitely one of the top guys in the Midwest.
And there's 3 straight off-speed pitches to start the game by Parisi to Langston Ginder. Last time I was here, I did Northrop and Carroll. Langston Ginder hit one about as high as the fence and hit dead center right on the fence. And he'll take a called strike there. That'll even the count at 2-2 as a leadoff batter. And, you know, he's a prototypical leadoff batter.
Yep.
He'll take until he gets 2 strikes sometimes.
Just like his father and his
Yes.
uncles.
And his cousins, they're all the same. And there's a ball just a bit outside. The first fastball he sees.
What was that one?
Well, the umpire said it was outside. From our vantage point, everything looks outside. So here's the payoff pitch, 3-2, and he comes with a fastball in on his hands, and that ball would be fouled out of play down the left field line, and they'll redo it again. You know, one thing, I know the Ginders, and they preach hitting the ball opposite field. Bryce is a younger Ginder. His cousin's on the team, and we, from playing him, we never threw that kid outside. We busted him inside, and there's a timeout. Full count here.
Boy, it's turned out to be a pretty nice day.
Yeah, I think Greg Schaup was wrong on his old prediction of what the weather was going to be today. I wish I had that job. And there's one down and away, and there's a walk to Ginder, and that'll bring up the dangerous Hayden Jones. Hayden Jones comes into this game with a .538 average, so you definitely do not want to let that leadoff hitter get on. And every game I've seen him play, he's pretty much an up the middle to right field hitter right now, and I think that just has to do with he's a very mature, strong kid, and he can turn on most pitches.
Yeah, definitely a strong kid. And his dad, he played a little bit of pro ball, Ken Jones.
Absolutely, and he'll take the first pitch. I believe that was a ball down and away.
Wow, yep.
And I'll tell you, when I watched Carroll play Snyder, they actually threw him in a lot. You know, they tried to work him in, and he hit the ball to the second baseman a couple times, and maybe even once to the first baseman. And then the other time they had a scoring chance, Carroll did, with a guy at second and nobody on him. They just put him on. You know, so they took their chances with Riley Perlick, who's on deck. So we'll see what they do here with him early. And there's a hard fastball, and he rips the laser beam into left field, right to Cade Colpine, the left fielder. And that would be Hayden Jones with the line drive to left field. And that brings up Riley Perlick, and now they're in business here with 2 on and no outs here in the top of the bottom of the first inning.
The last time that Jack had pitched against Carroll, he had 10 strikeouts, and I think it was 4-3, 5-3 was the score. And I think he went the whole game also.
Yeah. So we'll see if Perlick bunts here. I highly doubt it. And this was another guy, when I saw him play Snyder, they worked him in a lot as well, and they threw him a lot of sliders down and in. And he had a hard time. He got fooled a couple times on a back door here. The count 1-0, no outs, 2 on for Carroll here in the bottom of the first inning.
And I think Riley has accepted a scholarship to Wright State.
Yes, you are correct.
I also worked with him this winter too.
Yeah, he's
him
a
and his brother.
Good basketball, good athletes.
Yes,
you know, their dad was one heck of an athlete. He was a great basketball player. When I remember him when I was in high school. So Perlich now 1-1 count. Here's the pitch, ball up and away. And Parisi having a little bit of a problem here with these lefties to start the game.
Yes.
The thing is, you get past these three, all the righties show up after that. But what a great way to start your game. 3 lefties in a row. Most teams are lucky to have 1 if 2 tops in their lineup. So here's Parisi, 2-1 count on Perlich. He takes a look at the runner at second, and that ball's down and away again. And 3-1 on Perlich. So Perlich probably looking dead red here. Riley Perlich, he comes into this game batting .311 on the season. 14 RBI. And there's a called strike.
Full count.
So called strike there, 3-2. Full count here on Perlich. See if the runner's getting motion. I highly doubt it with a left-handed batter up. Lysing, he'll move in behind the runner at second. Try to hold him a little bit closer. Parisi deals. Comes off speed. I think that was a changeup, Rich.
Changeup or slider?
Yeah.
He'll throw that slider to that because he can throw that for a strike all day long.
So there was a good pitch there. He had confidence to throw a off speed with full count and runners in scoring position.
Yep.
And that will bring up Jared Shirk. Parisi now, he'll get to finally deal with some right-handed batters as the next couple, all the rest of the batters in the lineup are actually right-handed. There's one in on the fifth, and Lyson's going to have to come in and make a play on it. He'll throw on the run.
Nice.
And it's
nice
in
pitch.
time, and they get Shirk out at first base. So Lysing with a nice play on the ground ball that doesn't really get too far on this grass. It's a little bit thick right now, so.
Yes, very nice play by Lysing.
The designated hitter, number 27, Grant Braun.
Grant Braun now, he's the designated hitter hitting for Nolan Levenwoff, and he's got guys in scoring position here with Hayden Jones at second and Langston Ginder at third. So Parisi now with 2 outs. He throws it in there. It goes up the middle to Lysing. Lysing comes in on the run again. He'll throw and make the play. And that will do it for Carroll in this bottom half of the first inning, as they will get no runs even though they had some guys left on base. And so for Carroll, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and we will move on to the second inning here. We'll take a quick time out here at Carroll High School. We'll pay some bills, and we'll be right back with live.
Beautiful baby, you're sweeter than strawberry pie. Just like the morning, your smile brings the sunshine.
The Parkview Family Birthing Centers, with everything you need for baby, plus birth planners, expert physicians, midwives, and more for you.
I'm a Parkview mom.
You can be too. Learn more at Parkview Mom.
And we're back live here at Carroll High School. We're through the first inning. Neither team scores. Nolan Levenwoff on the mound for Carroll. So he is through 1 inning. He really just glided through that top half of the first inning. No pressure whatsoever on him. And leading off will be Wilcox, number 9, for the Homestead Spartans. He will bat. Hayden Jones will throw the ball down to second on a absolute line.
It's sick, isn't it?
It is. Now, I watched him against Snyder the other day, and Mac Hippenhammer's no joke. He can run. I mean, like, he's fast. And he got a good jump on Levenwoff, and he got to second, and the ball was waiting for him.
Wow.
So
that's D1 all day long.
Yep.
I was going to say I'd like to see what the 2 pitchers were throwing on the radar gun. It's probably mid-80s, maybe a couple uppers, but I'd also like to see what throws down to second base, too.
Exactly. Well, he came in and closed the game against Northrop the day I did that game. And he throws very hard.
Yes.
And now Levenwoff, he's got 2 quick strikes here on the batter, Wilcox.
I think last year when Jones was throwing, they actually come in and close some games. Somebody got 88 off.
Yeah, I believe that. Lebemoff, he'll throw one down and away, and he'll slice it out right down the third baseline, and it'll go foul. Count 0-2 now on Luke Wilcox, the first lefty Lebemoff has seen. He'll wait for his defense to get reset here.
And Jones is going to Mississippi State.
Mississippi State.
Mississippi State. Ah, big school. Big time school.
Huge school. And they have a great tradition there of baseball. And you don't want to be the opposing pitcher and start walking people.
I did.
Have you ever seen that?
Yes,
they
I
start
did.
counting.
I would have started crying.
I think what they say the most they've ever got to is 14.
Wow.
You know, and I
Wow.
would have hated to have been that pitcher.
Yeah. No, I did see that, I think, on YouTube.
Some people might say it's bad sportsmanship, but you know what? In college, they love it. Absolutely love it, those baseball players do.
Yeah.
Wilcox will hit a soft ground ball to Riley Perlick at first. Lebemoff gets over there in time, and he'll get the out. So one out there. And that'll bring up the batter. Let's see here.
Now batting is the designated hitter, number 1, Zach.
Zach Schwartz, another lefty. Number 1, he'll hit now. I remember Zach Schwartz when he was just a little dude. I mean, little.
Yeah. Yep.
And he'll swing and miss at the first pitch.
And his brother is going to Manchester, I think.
Yeah. Yep.
Another good ball player.
Bigger.
Yeah. Bigger brother, older
Yeah.
brother.
And there, Nolan Lebemoff misses and hits the bull along the back screen. That pitch just completely over the catcher, Hayden Jones. 1-1 count now on Schwartz. And there's a nice bunt down the third baseline. Lebemoff over to get it. He slips a little bit, and Schwartz is going to beat it out.
Hey, he can run a little bit, can't he?
Yeah, sure did. He caught the third baseman playing back a little bit and ends up with an infield single.
And Zach is also a pitcher.
Yeah, he
He
is.
said he hurt his arm early.
Yep.
Came back, and he said he was throwing pretty hard the last time.
Yep, and he faced, my son faced him and said he threw quite well against him. And Drew Delacusta's up now for Homestead, and he'll take the ball down low for ball 1.
And that's the first base runner for Homestead.
It is, and interesting, it comes on a bunt, and you saw Lebemoff slip a little bit there.
Need some PFPs going on there.
Yeah, absolutely. Will they bunt again? Here's the pitch. It's up and away, and there's a quick throw down to first. And he's back in there safe. So 2-0 count now on Delacusta. Delacusta playing second base today for the Homestead Spartans. Lebemoff will check the runner, and now he'll come home with the pitch, and it's down and away once again.
I'll tell you, a good catcher to throw down to second base like Jones has is your best friend.
Oh, it
Pitcher's
is.
best friend.
I mean, like I said, Hippenhammer thought he was going to be able maybe to stand up on it, but the ball was waiting for him as he got there.
And that's why Jones is a prospect for maybe even getting drafted.
Absolutely, and there's a 4-pitch walk to Delacusta, and that will bring up Nick Davitt, number 22, and he'll come up with 1 out and 2 on at first and second.
Now batting is the right fielder, number 22, Nick Davitt.
So Homestead starts with all right-handed batters, and now they've got all the lefties come up right in a row. 3 in a row now.
And it's pretty much dominated by seniors. There's only a couple players, Bear, which is a junior, and Copeland, which is a sophomore.
Yeah, Colping, he's a young guy. He's pretty fast. And he's a left-handed stick as well. Cade played for me a little bit one year when we took some boys to Florida, and he's a real good athlete, good parents, and deserving of a start in left field today. He can actually catch and pitch a little bit.
Wow. You got to love him on the travel team.
And there's a shot right at the third baseman. He'll go to first or third, and then the wild throw will get by the first baseman. And let's see if they try to score a runner here. They do not. Good backup over there by Freeman, and then he throws it in real quick. So We've got an out at third.
And an error on the throw.
So let's see here. So an error there, that'll move the runners up into scoring position. And Harkness now, he'll be up.
Number 24, Brady Harkness.
Another lefty once again, and he'll step into that one and take it for a ball. So 1-0 count, and he'll take a fastball a little bit outside there, and so that'll even the count up at 1-1 with 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Homestead's got something going right now, like Carroll did with 2 outs in the bottom half of the first.
Right. I really like Lepomov's breathing techniques.
Oh, and he hits it. It gets through the legs of the first baseman, Perlich, and that will score 2 runs, and Homestead with an early 2-0 lead on Carroll. That ball really wasn't hit that hard.
Might have taken a little spin. Kicked off to his left.
Now batting in left field, number 17, Cade Colpine.
So Cade Colpine, he'll come up. He's the number 9 hitter in the lineup, playing left field. Another lefty. Levenmoff had Harkness out on his front foot, and he hit it right to the first baseman, an error, and that allows 2 runs to score for the Spartans. You know, one thing you can do here with Colpine is if you want to run Harkness, I know he's probably not fleet of foot, but Colpine is almost like another leadoff hitter in the lineup with his speed.
Do a little hit and run maybe.
And he hits one right to the third baseman. Here's a throw across the field on time, and he's out. So 2 runs now for Homestead. And Homestead gets 2 runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and so they lead 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the second inning. So we talked a little bit early on about the King of the Hill. So now we're really going to get into the nuts and bolts here between the half innings of what this really. First of all, when did you start thinking about this idea?
You know, it's probably about 3 years ago. I was working with a couple kids. I'm sure that you know both of them. I won't say their names, but 14-year-old, and he was throwing 78 to 80 miles an hour, which, as you know, is pretty respectable.
Yeah.
It's not elite, but it's really respectable. And then I had an 18-year-old, 6'5", 175, 180 pounds, dunk a basketball, 88 from the outfield, but couldn't get off 81 off the mound. So what I'd seen, what I recognized was the 14-year-old was actually physically pushing my portable pitching mound back. So it just told me he was creating a force off the back leg. Well, after I'd seen that several times, I put my footer on and I could feel the energy. And my background is I'm a tool maker with some sort of an engineering background. I design special machines and build special machines. Well, my next lesson was the 18-year-old, and he wasn't. So within like 2 lessons, I had him start pushing the mound back. And, the first time I got my gun on him, he had hit 87 twice, and it was 83, 86 the rest of the time.
Wow.
So I took that theory, put it into a training device, and boom, major leaguers are loving it. As you've seen, the Diamondbacks gave me a really good endorsement.
Absolutely. And Parisi, first pitch to Blake Castetter. He'll foul it straight back. Castetter playing left field today. Yeah, you sent me that stuff from the Arizona Diamondbacks. It was, it's quite interesting because, how can they can follow you on Facebook at King of the Hill and on Instagram?
Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah, and I love watching all the people you're with. I wish I just carry your bags for a week?
I'm going to start taking bids. Big Joe Bogdan's one of them.
Yeah, he would. He'd go with you to Florida, and that's it.
Yeah, he's another Florida freak.
Yeah, so but it's just good, awesome to see how it's starting to help not just the kids in this area, but around the area. And there's another wild pitch just a little bit out and away, and Parisi just doesn't look comfortable yet on this mound, to be quite honest with you. We'll talk a little bit more about in between each half inning on that King of the Hill and where you plan to take it in the future. And there's a
nice little slider.
A little slider, and he's taking a little bit of pace off of his slider. I think that's what he struck Riley Perlich out with, because that was one of those pitches where Perlich kind of went, oh, no, that's not a strike. That's not a strike. Oh, crap, it's a strike, and then he swung at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in his position, and it's not fun.
You know, it's really tough. These are pitches that he's throwing.
And there's a strike three, a swing, and a ball goes in the dirt. And the catcher, Isaac Bear, gets up and fires it to first base. And that will be the first out in the inning.
And what I was talking about was with Jack. He throws that slider, and it's a true slider. But he didn't have a curveball. He worked on a curveball, so that could be a curveball. It's really tough to tell.
Yeah, and he's taking a little pace off of it. Now he's got another lefty. Joe Henschel's up. Henschel will take one down and in for ball one. Henschel, a pretty good little ball player, man. He's I like watching him play. He's only batting .243, but boy, he puts everything into it every game, and he'll swing and miss. You know, it's interesting. Sectionals aren't too far off for these teams. I mean, 2 weeks.
My favorite time of the year.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you know, and there he kind of slowed down his arm action. So I'm not. Are you familiar with that? I mean, it looked maybe more like a changeup right there.
Yeah. He's really become more comfortable with that changeup, being able to throw strikes. And I think it was in the first inning he did throw that changeup.
Yeah.
You had said in a 3-2 count, which you got to be pretty comfortable throwing.
Absolutely.
Pitches in 3-2.
Got a lot going on here, and there's a foul ball right into the dugout of Homestead. Look out in there. A lot going on here at Carroll High School. We got a softball going on right in front of us. We've got a soccer game going on behind us, so we never know who's yelling for what right now. So Henschel now with a 1-2 count. Parisi in the windup, and he'll deliver. Throws a hard and blew it right by him and strikes him out. And that'll be 2 outs here in the bottom half of the second, and that will bring up Hunter Freeman, the right field, which, you know, a play you just don't see in the scorebook is the fact that when there was the overthrow in the last inning, he was in position there to get the ball. If he's not there and he's standing out there in right field, easily a run scores.
Right, exactly. Hunter's a really good kid, too.
Yep, and, you know, eventually the runs did score, but that play right there is probably why he's in the game. You know, if you're just standing around not reacting to what's going on,
right,
then you probably be sitting right next to your coach.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if Hunter had made the freshman team. I don't know if he got cut or not, but he's definitely worked his way into a position to where he's a good ball player, good high school ball player. And I'm not sure. I'm pretty good friends with his dad. If he's going to play college ball or not, I'm not 100%.
Yeah, last time he did not play when I did a Carroll game. He was not in the lineup. So here's the 1-2 with 2 outs. Bottom of the second. Pitch is in it's a strike in the dirt. Bear blocks it, gets up, will fire it to first, and that will be the end of the inning for Homestead, for Carroll. That drop third strike was on the swing, and he is out at first. And that will do it here in the second inning. Carroll with no runs, no hits, and no errors in that inning. We'll take a timeout here at Carroll High School. You're watching live high school baseball on SummitCitySports.com.
Parkview Sports Medicine is the most trusted of its kind in Northeast Indiana. That's because of the benefits our services provide you. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionists, the expert physicians at O&E, the area's only specialized athletic rehab, and the region's industry leader in sports performance, AWP. The roster coordinates your care in state-of-the-art facilities conveniently located in your community. To start your journey, visit us at parkviewsportsmedicine.com.
And we're back live here at Carroll High School, where Homestead now will come up, and Noah Lysing will lead off their leadoff batter. Nolan Levenloff thus far has thrown 32 pitches in 2 innings, so not bad. Here's his first one. He throws an off-speed pitch.
Nice.
And that's called for a strike. Lysing's last at bat was a strikeout. We'll have him off to the plate, and he throws it in on the hands, and it's hit to the first baseman, Perlich, and he'll field it this time and take the out himself.
I tell you, I really like that Isaac Bear. He's a little bit under the radar. You hear Jones, rightly so, because Jones is definitely a pro prospect. But Isaac Bear, I'm telling you, he's a little bit under the radar. I'm not sure what his plans are, but he could probably play at some big school.
You're absolutely right. Now that'll bring up Matt Anderson, the center fielder for Homestead. Got a lot of good catchers in this area right now, to be quite honest with you. And Hayden Jones has set the bar high.
Yes, definitely, no doubt. No doubt.
We expect. Whoa, and there's a laser right at the third baseman by Matt Anderson. You can't hit the ball any harder than that.
No. And, you know, he could definitely play some good ball, some good college ball. Great athlete, really fast. Got a good bat. We just see him.
He's actually got 2 home runs this season, Matt Anderson does. So, and here's Isaac Barrett, one of those catchers you were talking about. I mean, there are just a lot of good catchers in the area right now, to be honest with you.
Yep.
You know, some of them don't hit as well as some of the other ones, but they're all good defensively. You know, you got Isaac and Hayden. You got Reese Kuntz over at Snyder. You know, you got guys like you got Angel D. Federico over at New Haven. You know, all guys that just know how to catch, and they do a real good job. And you know, Keating at New Haven's a very good catcher as well.
No
and, you know, if Keating, he's the type of guy that makes everybody mad.
He's a gamer, definitely. Wow, nice pitch. How many home runs does Isaac have?
Isaac Bear, let's see here.
6?
I don't think he has any.
Oh, Isaac doesn't?
No home runs for him.
Oh, I thought he had some home runs.
But he's got 19 RBI on the season. He'll
Nice
swing at one
pitch.
in the dirt.
Wow, what a pitch.
And Hayden Jones comes up and throws a laser beam right to first, and that will do it for Homestead. So Bear strikes out. Hayden Jones throws him out on the swing. No runs, no hits, no errors in that inning. Top half. These games go super fast. So let's get back to the king of the hill. So as you got into it and started figuring out, man, what is it going to take to make this? I'm talking about the actual product. And so how did that come about? I know you had a lot of friends help you out with that.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Being a tool maker and knowing AutoCAD, I was able to design it myself and go through the trials and the different prototypes, and it's turned into be what it is now. It took about three different designs to get it to where I wanted to get, to where it was light enough to where you didn't stretch your arm out, because at first, if you remember, they were 27 pounds.
Yeah, they were pretty heavy early on.
Yeah, so I got them cut down to 21 pounds, and I actually moved the bearings around a little bit. It works a lot better, and I put a handle on it too. And even some of the pro guys were thanking me for doing that, because they had to carry them in and out, in and out, and in and out. But a couple of my favorite stories are, first of all, the Chicago Cubs have 7 or 8 of them, and I'm taking partial credit for the World Series win, but I have yet to see my ring. The second one was I got a favor from a coach that his assistant general manager's son played on his team. He got me 15 minutes with him, and as I walked in, the assistant general manager said, "You got 15 minutes?" Well, it turned into an hour and 45, and I met all the pitching coaches and some of the hitting coaches too, so that was huge.
That's awesome.
Yes, again, I'm pretty blessed.
And now batting for Carroll, their number 9 hole hitter, Nathan Fish, and he'll bunt, and the pitcher will pick it up. Parisian, is he going to be on? He gets him by about a half a step there.
Wow.
So he tries to bunt, doesn't get on. Nate Fish actually at one point was a pretty good pitcher in his own right.
Yes. Had some arm problems or shoulder problems, one or the other.
And now he's the center fielder. So that'll bring the top of the lineup back up for Carroll, and that will be Langston Ginder. This is the guy you got to keep off base. He is the table setter, batting .479 on the season. He'll take a pitch up for ball 1.
And Nathan Fish, he's only a junior.
Yeah.
I thought it was a senior.
I mean, Carroll's got a lot of talent in the program right now.
Yes, definitely. Some pretty good ball players at JV level too.
Yeah, absolutely. And You know, you got Ginder here. You've got Hayden behind him. You've got the pitcher, Nolan Lebmoff. You know, he's got Kuntz that typically will DH for him.
Mm-hmm.
He hits pretty well, and that's a called strike. And then you got Bryce Ginder in the dugout, and Austin Kressel's in there. I mean, they're talent rich here right now in baseball at Carroll.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
I mean, they're really back to their days of when they won the state championships. And there's another ball to Ginder, and that'll bring it 3-1 with one out here. In the bottom half of the third inning, Homestead leads 2-0 over Carroll.
Boy, Parisi's off speed is just falling.
And there's a ball hit into left field, and Colpin will camp underneath it, and he'll catch it. And that'll be 2 outs now on Carroll. So Parisi starting to find his groove out there on the mound.
Now batting is the catcher, number 24, Hayden Jones.
And this is how you want to pitch to Hayden Jones with nobody on. His last ball, he hit a line drive to left field. See if Parisi stays with the soft stuff here on him. And he'll go curveball. And they asked the first. I know that.
It's tough. It's tough for a left-handed.
Especially the umpire in the field's like, really, it's a lefty. I'm over here at first. There's no way I can see it. And he'll swing and miss on that would look like a slider.
Yeah. He's got a nasty slider, that's all I can tell you. All my guys, I like to catch them to see what the end result is of the pitches, and I don't like to catch Jack or let them off.
Yeah, they both have about the same type of slider, and that looked to be another one.
Yep.
Swing and miss into the dirt, and 1-2 with 2 outs. So Parisi killing him with the soft stuff here early in this at bat.
What do you think? Elevate the fastball?
I'm going to say away, and they'll go again down.
Yep. I think his last outing, he had told me that he threw 111 pitches.
Wow, that's really good.
Yeah. Yep.
And with the new pitching rules, that you really have to pitch.
Yep.
I mean, you can't really waste a whole lot of pitches in the game in certain situations. You got to throw strikes.
The biggest effect is going to be in the sectionals.
Yeah.
You can't ride that one on.
Yeah, quick turnaround games.
Yep.
Here's the pitch. It's up and away, and he'll walk. And that'll bring up Riley Perlich, the first baseman.
Who struck out his first up at bat.
Yeah, he got caught on a pitch. I'm not sure he knew what it was. We didn't know what it was. It might have been a slow slider away, but Hayden Jones will be over at first. And Perlich batting .311 on the season. Here's the pitch out of the stretch, and he'll go soft on him again. Swing and a miss. Oh, 1 count here to Perlich. He's probably wanting to see something hard. These guys have been seeing a lot of stuff off. And there's Jones will try and steal, and he's safe.
Yep.
No call there. Did he drop the ball?
I'm not sure if the shortstop was in position to even tag him.
Yeah, he tagged him on the head.
Yep. Right on the bag.
So now Hayden Jones in scoring position with an 0-2 count on Riley Perlich.
The Bear with a good throw down to second base, too.
Absolutely. Lyson got over there a little bit late, and here comes another curveball slider in the dirt, and there's Hayden Jones reading the dirt ball, and he'll be into third on that pitch.
And Jack's not going to his modified or his slide step. They're seeing that big kick. Getting good jumps off that.
1-2 count now, and here's Parisi. He'll come in there with a fastball now. Parisi now up to 47 pitches, almost through 3 complete innings here. At the end of this half inning, we will take a break, and then we'll be back with the 4th inning here at Carroll High School. You're watching live high school baseball on SummitCitySports.com. He'll go soft in. And you and I both know if you're going to go soft in, you better go in, because if you go soft and leave it over the middle of the plate, bad things happen to the baseball.
Oh, yeah. No, I remember.
There's a fastball fouled into the catcher's glove. And that will do it for Carroll in the bottom half of the third inning. They get no runs, no hits, leave one on base, and that'll take us to the top of the third. And we'll take a timeout here on SummitCitySports.com.
How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
And we're back here live at the home of the 2010-2011 state champion Carroll Chargers, where they trail the visitors on the scoreboard, Homestead, 2-0. I'm joined once again by Rich Dunno, former owner of the Strike Zone baseball facility and the inventor of the King of the Hill pitching apparatus, which is getting a lot of recognition, not only in high school, but now in the big leagues and a lot of the colleges I see are also.
Yeah, well, it was Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Permanently built 2 of them into their pitching room.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah, no, that was huge for me. But we also have the Queen of the Hill.
I know, I saw that.
And also the King of the Swing that's blowing up down in Texas.
Really?
We got Cincinnati Reds hitting instructor just ordered one.
Really?
Yep. They love it down there. And it's funny because the majority of my sales come from Texas, Florida, Southern California.
Yeah, well, they play a little baseball down there.
Yeah, just a little.
Luke Wilcox, he'll lead it off here for Homestead, and I'm sure if there was an umpire on this side of the field, that would have been called a strike.
Boy, Wilcox has got a body, don't he?
Yeah, he's got good size.
Yeah. That's the body that they talked about on Moneyball where it looks good in jeans.
That's right. And he'll take another one, 3-0 here to Wilcox, the first baseman.
6'5", 225.
Right, and then he's got Schwartz, Zach Schwartz behind him, who bunted for a single in his first at bat. Let him off. He'll throw it. He's up, and that's a 4-pitch walk to the leadoff batter, Wilcox, and that'll bring up Schwartz. Schwartz bunted last time down the third baseline, caught everybody sleeping, and beat the throw to first base. It'll be interesting to see if Coach Bio will go once again with another bunt here, or a sac bunt.
No outs, right.
Yeah, no outs.
Exactly.
I mean, it's real hard to go hit and run against Carroll because if you don't hit it,
right,
you're probably going to get thrown out.
Right. The little Zach Schwartz, he's like a little fire plug. He's got some weight on him.
Let him off. He'll throw over to first base. Wilcox back in there safe. And once again, they'll start over here. Sun's starting to set here. Cloudy, overcast day for the majority of the day here in Northeast Indiana. He'll come home with it. He goes with a bunt, and that is a play that they run where they throw inside on the bunt, and then they throw behind the runner to see if they can get him with a lefty. And
yeah, Wilcox was on the ball right there.
Sure was. I mean, these two teams are already familiar with each other this season, so they know each other pretty well.
Boy, this is probably one of the biggest rivalries in the state.
Absolutely, and that pitch is in. And the count now 1-1. You know, former conference mates, they had been all the time, and now they are independent in baseball, both of these two teams, which honestly I really like. I mean, you can play who you want to play. Nobody can tell you who to play.
Right, exactly. And there was talk about them joining the SAC at one time.
And, you know, it'd be great for the SAC. It'd be good for Carroll, especially, I mean, and Homestead. They get a lot of quality teams in their conference. They already play basketball and football in the Summit Athletic Conference, but not baseball.
Yeah, why not baseball?
Yeah, it would be.
I don't understand it.
You know, I think it has to do a lot with you can go play who you want to play.
Right.
Yeah. And there's a strike.
Wow. That was waist high on Zach.
And it was, and that had a little zip to it right there, and that'll be the first out, and that will bring up Drew Delacusta. Delacusta last time he was on base.
The second baseman, number 3, Drew Delacuesta.
Delacuesta walked last time. And still a runner over at first. That's Wilcox. He reached on a 4-pitch walk to start the inning. Let him off in the stretch, and he'll come right down the middle with a fastball.
You're right. He just looks effortless, don't he?
And
He uses his lower half so well.
Right, and you know we can see him from up here, but go stand right behind the catcher and watch him pitch, and you're just like, man, everything looks the same. His mechanics are the same on every pitch, and it just looks really good.
Another kid, really hard worker.
Oh yeah.
Wow,
yeah.
he's heating it up now.
Hey, just said here, hit this. Let's see how far you can hit it, young man. And thus far, Delacusa has decided not to hit the 2 fastballs down the middle. Wilcox with a short lead over there at first base. The 0-2 offering. It's down in the dirt, and that's going to be off Hayden Jones, and the batter will move up on that.
That might have been a little bit too far to get it out there and block it. He had to try to glove it.
Yeah, absolutely. So Wilcox will move up to second on the wild pitch. And Delacusa now 1-2 count. Got a runner in scoring position, does Homestead. The middle infielders now for Carroll.
1 out.
Yeah, they're letting each other communicating on who's got the bag. And there's a curveball. It's swung and hit softly up the middle. Ginder will come in on the run, and he'll make a throw. And nice play by Riley Perlich as he'll field it coming up the line and tag the runner out. Wilcox will advance. But Ginder comes in on, just made an outstanding play on that ball.
Yes, definitely. Boy, he's an athlete, isn't he?
Yeah, both our shortstops are real good on the run today. Langston Ginder and Noah Lysing. They both have made some very good plays in the field. So runner at third, 2 outs.
Got Nick Davitt up.
Nick Davitt, yep, he will bat.
And he's the one that started the rally last time, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's the one who hit it to the third baseman, and he hit it pretty hard, and then it kind of got a defensive meltdown going there, and they got a couple runs after that. So Davitt will take ball 1 up. Each team with just 1 hit. The 2 errors thus far have been the downfall for Carroll.
Right, 1 error away from being a 0-0 game.
Yep, and there's a called strike on a little off-speed pitcher. He took something off of that, slowed down that slider, and was able to backdoor Davitt there, and 1-1 count now to Nick Davitt. Love him off now, breathing heavily out there. And he'll throw it down. He's kept the ball down well.
This is one of the things that I was talking about, the breathing techniques now that, what's his name? Alan Yeager's come up with. Actually not come up with it, he's really endorsing. It's that belly breath.
Yeah. And he looks really comfortable. He's a comfortable pitcher. He just does his job. Those are the guys you love. They just go out there and do their job. They throw strikes and expect their defense to play for them, And there's a timeout on the field real quick by the batter. The lights have come on here at Chargers Field.
Boy, I love this field. This is a beautiful field, isn't it?
It is, absolutely. And that's why they hold sectionals and stuff here. So there's a line drive hit into left center field, and that'll score the run. So Davitt with a line drive to left center will plate the run, and Homestead now with a 3-0 lead over the Carroll Chargers. And that will bring up Harkness. Brady Harkness, he'll bat. He's the third baseman today. And at first is Nick Davitt.
The third baseman, number 24, Brady Harkness.
Another left-handed batter for Homestead. Nolan Lebemoff up to 58 pitches now here in the top of the 4th. And he'll throw over to first.
And, both pitchers are on par to 15 an inning, which is the average for major leaguers.
Absolutely.
So it's not bad. He's got a pretty good lead over there.
Here's the delivery and a nice off-speed pitch once again there. both pitchers, their off-speed stuff has been pretty good. The other teams haven't been able to really square anything up yet. They've been hitting the fastballs. 0-1 count here on Harkness. Levimoff taking his time. Bigger lead over there by the runner. Here's a delivery in. Good pitch.
Really nice pitch.
I would say the difference between a real good high school pitcher and a good one is the guy that establishes the inside corner. Because so many kids are afraid to pitch in there.
Right, no doubt. And they're still, at this level, with all the travel ball, they see this mid-80s and sometimes upper 80s, so it's nobody's surprised on it.
And he's on the run. Oh, and he takes the
Ginder out.
Ginder out, and I
hurt his back.
Hurt his back there. The throw was a little bit to the right of second base, and it drew Ginder right into the runner, Davitt. And he's in there, and see if they go out and check on Ginder. I mean, he did a complete flip.
He got a really good jump on that. I mean, really good jump on that.
Yeah, he'd been adding an extra step, and now when you have the lead, you can take some chances when you have the lead, and they did right there.
Especially with 2 outs.
Right.
Put that guy in that scoring position.
And there's another slider in the dirt, and the runner will move up again. So another runner in scoring position.
I tell you, I really like this Davitt kid.
Yeah, not afraid to get going.
Nope.
The second wild pitch of the inning moves another runner up. 2-2 count here with 2 outs and another runner at third base for Homestead. And there's a fastball.
Wow,
good pitch,
nice
down
pitch.
and away, and that will end the inning for Homestead.
A perfect spot for that fastball. I think the one base hit, the line drive he got elevated a little bit.
Yeah, and that hurt him a couple times this year. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and we are headed to the bottom of the 4th inning here at Carroll High School. Well, we've been talking about the King of the Hill apparatus. So as you've talked a little bit about the pro teams, the college teams, all these teams are doing it. Are you looking to modify it, change it, keep it just as it is? Because it seems to be working. I mean, everybody I've talked to that has used it, it has affected them positively.
Yeah, I haven't had any bad feedback at all with any of the teams. The majority of the teams, the major league teams that I can get it in front of and actually demonstrate it for them, usually they buy in big time. Now, I've sent it to a couple teams like the Oakland Athletics. I sent them one because the pitching coordinator couldn't meet up with me, and it came back within a week and said that they weren't a drop and drive type of team, which I don't understand what he was talking about. But when they got a new pitching coordinator in there, Gil Patterson, right away he wanted to take a look at it because he's seen the endorsements I've got from the other major league teams, and I met with them and they just love it. Actually, their base running coach, he told me that he stole it. Gil Patterson, the pitching coordinator, said our base running coach stole one, so he needs another one. So I had to send him another one. And the base running coach just absolutely loves it for the jump off for stealing the base.
Yeah, I would think just from what I know about, especially girls softball, because they actually use the base.
Right.
And Shirk, he'll line one into center field, so a leadoff single there by Shirk on the first pitch of the inning. And now Carroll has a little bit of life in the dugout after that line drive to center. And that will bring up Grant Braun. Yeah, so that's all. I mean, the way everybody wants to use it and does use it will probably always be different. But
right.
I guess one question I have for you: does the Tin Caps use it?
Yes, the
They
Tin
do.
Caps have one. Yep. They've got actually the Padres. I met up with Mark Pryor.
Really?
They already had 2 of them. They bought 4 of them, and I want last year to give one to the hitting instructor, which I'm not sure is with the team anymore, but they still have it in their cages for their players to use it.
So Parisi will deliver here, and he takes something off of it. It's hit softly on the ground. Harkness will come up with it, but then he loses it out of his glove. So that'll be an infield single. And that will bring up Blake Castetter. Castetter in his last at bat. he struck out at the plate. And so Castetter's up now. See if they go bunt here. They're getting towards the bottom of their lineup. Bison will go over there and try to hold the runner on at second base. Here's the pitch. He puts the bunt out there, and he gets it on the ground, but it's going to go foul down the first baseline. So foul ball there. He didn't really have the bat out in front of the plate, which is a necessity in the game of bunting. You know, really in Major League Baseball, you don't see bunting anymore.
No, you're right.
You know, not for sacrifices, not for an attempted bunt.
Right, exactly.
You know?
It's all about power. Now, these two teams right here, I really like the way they use the bunt.
Absolutely.
And one of the best coaches that used the bunt was Lance Hirschberger.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. He still believes that. And now they'll throw it up, and they're going to throw it behind the runner, and it bounces to second, and he's back in there safely. And that's a called play right there. I'm pretty sure they threw one up and away. 1-1 count.
And I did hear that Lance Hirschberger is going to be head coach again.
I've heard that rumor as well.
And I don't think it's a rumor anymore.
Well, I congratulate him because he knows more. He's forgot more baseball than we'll ever know.
I got the pleasure of coaching for him while I was at Concordia the year that unfortunately he got dismissed. But I learned more from him in probably 6 weeks than I ever have in my life. It was just unbelievable.
Yeah, I did a camp with him. And, you know, a lot of people, you know, he rubbed some people wrong, and that does happen. But the way he talked to like 10, 11, 12-year-olds about how to play baseball was really impressive. I mean, he really knows how to talk to all the age levels. People don't think that, but he does.
I tell you, every one of the Concordia players when he was coaching there would run through the wall for him.
And their runners are on the move. A good read there. And I think the runner knew what was coming there, Rich, because he took off the minute he went into the stretch, and I'm pretty sure that he knew that was going to be a curveball.
Definitely stole off the pitcher.
So that'll have runners at second and third now for Carroll. No outs. Blake Castetter up, and he'll take it. It's away. Good block there by Isaac Bear. And full count now. And now Carroll has something brewing here in the bottom of the fourth inning.
Both pitchers pretty much dominating the game.
Yeah, 56 pitches now for Parisi. Full count. Here's the payoff. High fastball in, and he'll take it for ball 4. And now the bases are loaded for Carroll, and that'll bring up Joe Henschel. Henschel batting .243 on the season with just 3 RBI. You know, it wouldn't shock me if he just doesn't get right up on top of the plate here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and try to make Parisi a little bit uncomfortable. And we'll have a visit to the mound right now, and that's the first visit to the mound we've seen all day. And we've got a little bit of time to talk here. Are you heading out anywhere else here shortly to?
I'll be going out on my tour for tournaments, big tournaments, and I'm actually going to attempt to go out to the College World Series.
Oh, wow.
I haven't been out there, but what I heard was the different businesses out there in their parking lots rent out space for vendors.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it's huge out there.
I know we go to the Atlanta tournament down at Lake Point with our travel program, and there's vendors everywhere there for, you know, they're a little bit different because they're dealing with restringing gloves and selling bats.
Right.
You know,
Bats
so it's a
is
little
huge.
bit different.
And this is a wood bat tournament?
We have played that. I think the one we're in this year is aluminum bat. So here's Parisi with Henschel up, and there's another ball up and away. So 1-0 count out to Henschel. So, yeah, it's awesome when you can get out there and get your product right in front of somebody.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
And interesting, the corners are in for Homestead here. Here's the pitch. And they're asking for it, and it's going to be a ball 2. So Parisi here struggling. He wanted that one.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he said, where was that one at? 2-0 count to Henschel. Freeman on deck. Here's the 2-0 delivery, and it's an off-speed pitch in the dirt, and here comes the runner from third, and he will score on the wild pitch. So Shirk scores on the wild pitch.
I'm surprised he threw an off-speed right there.
Yeah, I was too.
So he's been throwing his off-speed pitches for strikes, and in the dirt when he wants to.
Yep. 3-0 count now. And here's the fastball up and away. And that'll bring up Hunter Freeman. He's playing right field today for Carroll. He, in his last at bat, he struck out as well. So back-to-back, these last two guys both struck out, but now they've got a chance to do some damage.
Still no outs.
Yeah, still no outs, and they've got a chance to do some real damage here. Outfield playing straight up for Homestead. And here's a delivery, and there's a fastball. And, you know, like I said, both these pitchers, when they just want to say, here it is, big fella, go ahead and hit it as far as you can hit it, and they can blow it right by you. You know, it's real difficult when that's your out pitch in high school baseball.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, we know when we played against guys like Mike Russler in the men's league we used to be in, a former major league player, he had a pretty good splitter, but when he wanted to get you out, it was a fastball.
Oh, yeah, he'd come right at you.
Yeah.
He threw at me a couple times, brushed me off, and threw that slider down on the way, and I just stood there.
Yeah, I feel your pain. I can honestly say in my many at-bats against him, he only got me once. So, Parisi now, 0-2 count. See if he goes slider again. He does, down in the dirt, blocked right there by the catcher, Isaac Bear. Went straight down. 1-2.
He needs a big strikeout right here.
He does. You know, that would really, or a double play here would really help him out.
Yes.
I know that Carroll would love to have a little line drive to right field or into the right center field gap to get those two runs in and make this a new ball game. Mm-hmm. On deck, Nate Fish. He tried bunting his last at bat. So Parisi now 1-2 count on Hunter Freeman. You know, you're gonna roll the top of the lineup here easily now if you're Carroll, if you can just work a guy on here. There's a fastball in. That's another ball, 2-2 now, as Jack Parisi just threw his 65th pitch in this game. Parisi still in the stretch. He'll come home and he throws a fastball and it's hit into left field for a single. And we'll see how many runs score here. And now they'll wave the runner home. Anderson's throw to the plate is a bit cut off, and then Wilcox gets it. And now they've got a runner in the pickle. And he'll be safe. There was no tag on that, and he is safe at third base. We had a really good view right here.
Right, nice slide.
Yeah, real good slide.
I do like the call.
Yeah,
he immediately went right to the field umpire.
Yeah, it was right on the mark there. So Henschel now, he'll be at, is that Henschel? Yeah, Henschel's over here at third base.
A lot of respect for the home umpire.
Yeah, he got out there in time.
Yep, he was right out there.
So runners at second and third.
Center fielder, number 5, Nathan Fish.
And Fish will be up. He tried bunting last time. So Fish will bat. Still no outs here, and we have a tie ball game at 3. He's a good bunter. Shirk's a pretty good, or Henschel's a good runner, so the squeeze play is not out of play here. And he'll throw it in, and that'll be a strike. Good frame there by Isaac Bear. He might have got him that strike, actually. So 4 hits now for the Chargers, and they're tied up in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Fish is another one of those kids, got a big body.
He does.
Really athletic, too.
Yeah. And there was the fake bunt there, and he will draw the bat back, and now it's 1-1. You know, Fish, his dad's a big dude.
Yes, huge dude. Yep,
yeah.
Exactly. 6'4", 200 pounds.
And I know about big dudes.
Yeah, you do. Your whole family.
So he'd fit in well at our dinner table. And here's Parisi. He'll deliver, and it's a little bit high. A 2-1 count to Nate Fish.
I wondered how many jobs, always wondered how many jobs you had to work to get to feed them kids.
A lot. We're fortunate that one is leaving the house, one's going to college, and we'll just have one at home. And there's a pitch down, and it's hit to the first baseman. It takes a weird hop on Wilcox, and he'll run over and tag the runner, and he's safe at first base. That took a really crazy hop. Yeah, that ball hit right on the edge of the grass and went left. It had some good English. And now Carroll has the lead. Coach Ginder now, he's giving the signs here. He's got first and third situation right here. And the infield's asking whether they want the corners in. And yes, the corner will come in at third base. 4-3 lead now for Carroll as they've put up 4 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And now Isaac Bear, he'll jump out from behind the plate and he'll give the sign on what defense they need to be in here on the first and third. As Fish, who can run a little bit, is now over at first base, and the leadoff batter for Carroll, Langston Ginder, now bats. Parisi will pick over to first just to make sure he keeps him a little bit honest. Now Coach Ginder once again will give the signs.
Parisi's got a pretty decent move over there too.
Sure does. And Fish has added a step here. You know, hit and run's not even. There's a bunt and a fake bunt, and now he'll steal second. The throw is late, and the runner decides to stay right there at third base. Good idea. You know, no reason to run yourself out of an inning.
For the younger teams, that's one of the problems areas. It's tough to get the catcher to be able to throw it down there and still get it back to the catcher the third base runner makes.
Absolutely. Now Parisi, he's still in the stretch. We got no outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. I know my mom asked me one time, why did they throw the ball to second? The guy's going to score. I said, you always throw the ball to second. Outs are the most important thing in baseball, especially if you have a good catcher. And there's a nice off-speed pitch. That's a foul ball. 0-2 quickly now on Langston Ginder.
Carroll's up to 5 hits now.
Yeah. And this will be their 3rd time through the lineup. So once you get to that 3rd time, it really starts, the advantage starts going to the batter. Parisi now, he'll come home. He throws a fastball a little bit outside, looked pretty close. It's up to 73 pitches now, 24 in this inning.
Wow. They don't see anybody down in the bullpen.
No. I'm wondering if Justin Miller is in relief or Brett Miller today for Homestead. Parisi's delivery. He goes slider again, a backdoor slider, and you'll look at the 3rd strike. So that's the first out in the inning, and that'll bring up the dangerous Hayden Jones. Now, here's another guy. You just got to be careful here with them.
First base is open.
Yep. Hayden Jones with 17 RBIs on the season, 3 home runs. Yep, they just put him on. That's a good idea. I mean, I have no problem with that. And the new rule where you don't have to throw to him anymore and just put him on speeds the game up a little bit, especially with the new pitch rules.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
No, it helps out. You know, you play travel ball, and they do that as well now. Just put them on. So.
And I think they tried that in the major leagues.
They are doing it this year.
Are they doing that this year?
Yeah, they do it this year.
Oh,
I've seen it a couple times. So Perlick at bat. Parisi, see if he can get the pitcher's best friend here, and he'll throw a slider. And that's called for a strike.
Did you see the Cabrera deal where he reached out there and smacked a single?
I believe it.
Yeah.
He's disgusting.
Yeah, oh my God, he's ridiculous.
1 out here, bottom of the 4th inning. There's a fastball in the dirt, and the runner slips and falls down. And now they're going to try and run home. Nice. Bear's a little bit out of position, but he catches it and gets the runner. Trying to go home. Now they've got another runner. Now they're going to get another one. Now I got to score this. And do they get him? They do.
Didn't make it to the base.
All right. So the most awkward double play in the history of high school baseball just happened. I'm not sure where Nathan Fish was going at second base to start that all out, but
a lot of times they'll do that. They'll script that so they can cause a decoy and let the runner score. But Definitely Homestead played it perfect, didn't they?
Yeah, he sure did.
Got him out of that inning with 4 runs, which could have been a lot worse.
So I'm going to try and score this here. We'll take a quick time out here at Carroll High School. You're watching live high school baseball on SummitCitySports.com.
Beautiful baby, you're sweeter than strawberry pie. Just like the morning, your smile brings the sunshine.
The Parkview Family Birthing Centers, with everything you need for baby, plus birth planners, expert physicians, midwives, and more for you.
I'm a Parkview mom.
You can be too. Learn more at parkviewmom.com.
So we're back live here at Carroll High School after a bases loaded, 1-out double play without a ball being hit. So Homestead or Carroll in that last inning, they'll go for 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors. 27 pitches in that inning for Parisi. So we'll see if they get some. Both teams may start thinking about getting some guys up in the bullpen, as that will bring up Homestead, and they will have the lead. Their number 9 hole hitter, their left fielder, Cade Colpine, he'll lead it off here in the top of the 5th inning, where Carroll comes up big in that inning. They get 4 runs in that inning on 4 hits, and then just absolutely the weirdest double play I think I've seen in high school in a long time.
A stumble by the second base runner.
Yes.
Throw it down to second. Throws it to home.
Colpine will take a low strike or a low ball there.
Boy, Lebemoff just looks good, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Just so fluid out there. Colpine comes into this game batting .280 on the season. And then hit a line drive right at the third baseman. He'll glove it, and that's the first out of the inning.
And I don't think that was a bad pitch.
No, not at all.
Lebemoff sitting at
Now batting is the shortstop, number
50 pitches.
It's 65.
65
Yep,
pitches.
and that'll bring off the leadoff hitter. Number 2, Noah Lysing, the shortstop for Homestead. And here's the pitch, and it's a curveball in there for a called first strike. Real good pace to this game, too. You know, that's why I like doing varsity. JV games tend to drag on just a bit.
I think that bottom of the 4th took most of the game, though. So all the time to put it up.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of good baseball going on around the area right now as we get closer to sectional time, as these two teams are a potential matchup in the regional sometime down the road.
And the sectional pairings have already been.
They've already come out. Carroll will play. There's a foul ball. Carroll will play, I believe, DeKalb.
And DeKalb's kind of had an up and down season, more better than worse, isn't he?
Yeah, because they're a pretty solid team, but that's who I believe Carroll gets, and there's a strikeout. Carroll will play that game, and then they will wait. Snyder will play Northrop in the first game. In that one, and then the winner of that will play East Noble, and then the winner of that game will play Carroll or DeKalb, I believe is how that draw worked out. So, and Homestead, I believe, got a bye. That's a called strike there.
Wow, Nolan is just rolling.
Yeah, he is. He's I think what really changed it for him is when he went with those fastballs in that one inning, when he just decided to just throw it in there and let it go.
Yep.
And he got a little confidence back, and now his off speed's working once again. Ball down and away. 2-1 to Matt Anderson. Matt Anderson was last bat. About took the third baseman's head off at the line drive. He caught it. So Anderson, a really good athlete. Good defensive back at Homestead this past year.
And where did you say he's going to play football?
He's going to go play at the Air Force Academy.
Wow.
Yeah, not very easy to get into those type of schools. And now we do have some action now down here for Homestead. It looks like Justin Miller is up and getting loose now for the Homestead Spartans. Anderson will take a pitch, and that will be a called strike. And now it's full count to Matt Anderson. Here's the 3-2 fastball in on his hands, and he fouls it off. Yeah, I watched Matt Anderson play a lot of football over the last couple of years, and I'll tell you, there was no better defensive back in the area that if he got his hands on the ball, you weren't going to catch him. Fastball away, and Anderson walks.
Did you ever hear when he ran this 40 in?
Fast.
Fast.
Yeah, he's fast. So that'll bring up the 3-hitter, Isaac Bear, the catcher.
Now batting is the catcher, number 15, Isaac Bear.
One thing we've seen, though, with Homestead is they're not afraid to test Hayden Jones from behind the plate.
Nope.
You know, if they get the right read, they are going.
Well, I'm seeing Matt Anderson, the 6'3", 195.
Oh, yeah, he's a good-sized kid. And,
wow.
You know, you'd love to see that as a defensive back at any level of football, and let alone at an academy.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Nice. Freeze them, holding the ball a little bit longer.
Yeah, we like to use UCLA on our team as a little bit of a cadence out there that, you know, that the kids go on different counts so that nobody can get a read on you as a pitcher.
Right.
Because, you know, as you get younger ages, when the kids steal, they're always stealing on the pitcher.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
Yeah, I help out a 13U team, and it's the same one. We had to have our second talk. Actually, one of our practices was about 60%.
Yeah.
Being quicker to home plate and freezing them.
See, and then now after he goes over there a couple times, and then he changes his timing to home, he's even able to use the high leg kick there and use it effectively. And even though it was a ball, you know, the Homestead batter's really not getting a real good read right now on Lebemoff. They do getting a better read at second base, definitely, than first base.
Right. And again, your best friend is that Jones sitting behind the plate.
Absolutely.
You can be 1.5 or 1.6. Look at that.
And he's out.
That's just unbelievable. Oh.
And Ginder gets spiked again. So that was a ball.
Got kicked out and probably 6-8 feet in front of him, and he still picked it up and threw him out. That's just unbelievable. And that's why Mississippi State's looking at it.
Exactly. So no hits, no runs, no one left on base for Homestead, and we're headed to the bottom of the 5th inning with Carroll leading 4-3 over the Homestead Spartans. We'll see if
Parisi's going out.
Parisi's going out. Miller's right here in front of us, so evidently he's feeling fine, and they've pulled him out of the bullpen down there. I'm sure both of these teams play a lot of games this week. So Parisi now, he'll be back out there with, he's thrown 76 pitches. So we'll see how far they let him go in this game. But once again, back to your King of the Hill. So when somebody says, how's this work? Do you ever go, well, we're going to have to talk a little while here? Or is it a pretty easy explanation that you want lower half force, correct?
Correct. It's a lower half force. The more studies they come up with, the force into the front leg is what causes the hips to rotate, which causes the upper body to accelerate, which causes the arm to accelerate. So it's a kinetic chain reaction, and that whole chain reaction started by the back leg's force. Actually, it's a gravitational force, then it becomes a back leg drive. And that's where my King of the Hill teaches the kids, because over years and years, the coaches could never give enough verbal commands to get the kid to feel how to do it.
Right.
I mean, the good coaches can tell if they're doing it, but you couldn't teach it. Well, this immediately, even Fred Corral, pitching coach for Georgia, said, it's a better coach than I can be for the lower half.
Oh, wow.
I don't even have to teach it anymore. They just get them on there and get it to work. So.
Oh, awesome. And, we always say, use your lower half, and it's really hard to make it happen.
Right.
But when you have that type of apparatus, and they can hear it, correct?
Correct. It's got an audible reward when you do it correctly, with the ability to be able to make it adjust it to challenge the pitcher to create more force into the front leg. And one of my favorite endorsements, I was TCU invited me down to set up a table for the big college coaches convention, and they had the 6'7" pitcher was throwing 85 to 88 miles an hour, and they knew he wasn't using his legs, so they bought one of the trainers, put it in front of him, got him to work, and at first he couldn't make a click. Within 3 weeks, he was topping 93, 95 miles an hour, and this kid will be a first rounder.
And he was a freshman.
Yes.
Correct?
Yep.
Because he also hits in the lineup and hits absolute bombs.
Yeah.
I watched him play the other night, TCU,
Yeah.
and he hit one that the outfielders never moved.
It's crazy.
Yep. So Parisi now 2-2 count on the leadoff batter in this inning, and that is Riley Perlick, and he'll.
Wow. Where was that one?
Yeah, I think might have fooled the umpire on that one as well. Full count. to
Parisi's a
Perlick.
little bit perturbed on that one.
Yep. So full count now, and then see if he goes back to that off-speed pitch again. And he'll throw it in there on his hands. Ball's hit to the second baseman. He'll field it on to first, and that's a first out in the inning. And that's just what Parisi needed, was a quick out to get this inning going. So the ground out to Delacusta over at second base, and that will bring up Shirk. Shirk's the one that got it going last inning.
Now batting is the third baseman, number 25, Jared Shirk.
Jared Shirk, he'll be up here with one out in the bottom of the fifth. This game moving along quite quickly. We like that, don't we, cameraman? Last time we were here, hour and 20 minutes.
What are we going on now? An hour and 20 minutes.
Yep, right at an hour and 20 minutes. So we'll have to talk to Coach Ginder about how long this game is taking. We're used to quick games, and now we're going to get some activity down in the bullpen for, I believe that might be Hayden Jones. It is, and there's a ball hit deep to left field. This has got a chance, and it's gone. A home run for Jared Shirk to left field.
Wow.
And that ball just barely got over, but boy, you'll take that, won't you? So Shirk with a solo shot to left field off of Parisi, and we'll see if that doesn't get somebody up into the bullpen for Homestead. And now Carroll leads 5-3 as we have a helicopter going over. I believe that's probably the Samaritan.
The designated hitter, number 27, Grant Braun.
Grant Braun, now he'll be up. And that didn't even really sound like he squared that one up real well, did it?
That does look like Jones down there in the bullpen.
Yeah. Braun, he'll take a ball in the dirt. So Jared Shirk with a home run to left field. See if that's Shirk's first. No, that'll be his second one on the season. Parisi with one out, 1-0 count. He takes something off of that one. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1 count. Carroll with 5 runs here in the last 2 innings thus far to take a 5-3 lead over Homestead. Parisi delivers. He takes something off of it. It's hit slowly to Delacusta at second. He'll come on the run and make the throw to first to Wilcox. And that will be Grant Braun will be out. And that will bring up Blake Castetter.
Now batting is the left fielder, number 12, Blake Castetter.
Boy, it really takes an awful lot out of the pitcher when they go over that 15 to 20 pitch mark in one inning.
That's right. You know, he's at 87 now for this inning, and he'll throw another strike in there. You know, that's his 12th pitch of this inning.
Yeah, what was it, the 4th inning? Bottom of the 4th is just actually.
And there's another ball hit deep to center field. Anderson floats back on it. He'll catch it, and that will end the inning for Carroll as they will get another run across on the home run by Jared Shirk. So 1 hit, 1 run, and that does it for Carroll in the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll take a quick time out here from Carroll High School. You're watching live high school baseball on SummitCitySports.com.
Parkview Sports Medicine is the most trusted of its kind in Northeast Indiana. That's because of the benefits our services provide you. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionists, the expert physicians at O&E, the area's only specialized athletic rehab, and the region's industry leader in sports performance, AWP. The roster coordinates your care in state-of-the-art facilities conveniently located in your community. To start your journey, visit us at parkviewsportsmedicine.com.
We're back live here at Carroll High School where Jared Shirk in the bottom half of the 5th inning goes deep fly to left field over the left field fence as the outfielder for Homestead Kate Kolping looked up and saw it fly over the fence for a home run. And Carroll with a 5-3 lead as they scored 5 unanswered runs here in this game. Lebemoff, he'll stay in. We saw Hayden Jones go down to the bullpen, and that ball hit the shortstop. I believe that is the second baseman right in the palm. Yeah, he's looking over at Langston Ginder right now and saying, I just caught one right in the palm. A 92-mile-an-hour fastball right there. So Isaac Bear now, he'll lead it off for Homestead as they're down to their final 6 outs here in this game.
It does look like Brady Harkness is going down to warm up for Homestead.
Yeah, Brady Harkness is getting loose, so possibly. And there's a pitch for a ball. Isaac Bear, he's up now. He's batting .404 on the season.
It's just funny looking at Lebemoff. I mean, he still doesn't look like he's laboring.
Not at all.
He's just so smooth. I would like to get a gun on him to see what he's throwing right now.
There's a ball down the third baseline for a foul ball. And 2-1 count now to Isaac Bear. We're in the top of the 6th inning here at Carroll High School, with Carroll leading Homestead 5-3.
Boy, they got some nice facilities out here.
Absolutely. Their basketball play arena is super nice here at Carroll. One of the best places to do a game live because you're on a corner, you get your own area, and you have some room to work, just like in here.
Did you see we got some...
Bear hits it hard to third base, and Shirt catches it and throws to first.
Did you see we got cages up at Northside now?
I did not see that.
Yeah, it took an awful lot, but we got at least 1 cage up.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, we're looking at hopefully the Fort Wayne Federation will pitch in for a new cage.
Oh, awesome.
So we can have 2 of them at the same time. It actually looks really good.
Luke Wilcox, he'll bat now. He swings at the first pitch and pops it up, and we'll see if Hayden Jones is going to run out of real estate back there. And there is a lot. I mean, you get one behind the catcher here, it might be 2 bases.
Uh-huh. I remember old Carrington Field.
Oh, my gosh.
You get tired running back to the backstop.
Yeah, the catcher did not like a wild pitcher in those games at the old Carrington, that is for sure.
They never liked me.
There's an off-speed pitch, a little bit high. 1-1 count now to Wilcox. He'll bat here in the top of the 5th inning, or excuse me, the 6th inning. Lebemoff once again, he'll go in. Wow, Wilcox wisely gets out of the way of that one.
He's still got some pop on his ball.
Yep.
He looks good.
He's up to 87 pitches. So here's another one. A ball hit hard right at Riley Perlick at first. He'll field it, go to first, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
He's only given up 2 hits so far.
Yeah. So another nice play there by Riley Perlick, and that will bring up Zach Schwartz, who got on base once today with a bunt. He's got the third baseman back right now, but there's 2 outs, so I highly doubt he was going to bunt, and he's going to take that for a ball. Struck out in his last at bat. And that pitch is down and away, and quickly it's 2-0 to Schwartz.
Well, you know what I'd like to see in Fort Wayne is create a website that's got all the local teams, not only stats, but their records.
Yeah.
It's so tough to wait till Sunday to pick up some of this stuff, and you don't nowhere else on the internet that they show their records.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we get most of our stuff through Max Prep or John Harrell's. And, you know, unless, you know, if they're on Game Changer or iScore, and there's a line drive punched into left field by Schwartz. So nice piece of hitting right there by Schwartz.
Yeah, he's had a good day today.
2 singles.
Oh. Bunt single.
And Drew Delacusto batting. But, you know, so we use those websites as our source, and if they're not linked up to iScore or Game Changer or somebody's not manually putting it in, it's really hard to find out who's doing what in high school baseball.
Right, exactly.
system.
Right. That would be.
That's the biggest issue.
Yeah, that'd be huge. Boy, Game Changers really taken off, haven't they?
Yeah, and you know, to be honest with you, with the new pitching rules, you really don't know who's thrown what. But if they could get everybody linked up on one of those Game Changers or iScore type deals, then you know you would know instantly who threw when and where.
Right. They showed some stats within the last couple days of the area kids, and it doesn't even look like Snyder's reporting their
No, they
their
don't.
stats.
They don't.
I don't like that. I think that's part of the coach's job is to put that information out so college coaches can see that.
Yep, absolutely.
And if you take a look at little Grant Bresser from South
Yeah,
Adams.
I saw that.
Oh, my God. This kid's a stud, and he's only a sophomore.
Yeah, we faced Grant last year in a game, and it didn't end up well for him.
I know Coach Flickinger, Mark Flickinger's worked with him, and he says he's a really smart kid.
Really good kid.
Yeah, really good kid.
Plays on a real nice South Adams team. Plays for Coach Hertzberger in summer ball now.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
He's got his buddy Kevin Brown, an Adam Central pitcher, pitches on that team as well. So there you are with no shortage of pitching on Coach Hertzberger's summer team. Delacusta now, 2-2 count. See if they might put the runner. No, that's Schwartz over there. I highly doubt he's going to run here. He'll stay put. And there's a line drive hit right down the first baseline. And they're going to try and wave the runner around. And I'm not sure that's a good idea. And now they'll stop him at third. And there will be a double by Delacusta. Really nothing Riley Perlick could do there.
Nope, that was a shot.
Just a nice piece of hitting. And that'll bring up Nick Davitt, who had his last at-bat was a real good at-bat, got in the hole and then walked and then made some havoc on the bases. And now we've got a conference coming up on the mound with Coach Ginder and Nolan Levemoff, who is at 98 pitches. So probably just coming out to see how he feels.
They have tying runs on the bases.
They do.
2 outs.
2 outs. And Davitt up to bat. His last at bat, he reached on a fielder's choice. He also has a single in this game. You know, that's what I'm saying right now. I can tell you what's going because the game changer here.
Oh, it's awesome.
Has allowed me to do that. And, you know, we use it a lot for travel baseball, and college coaches say, hey, I want to know what they're doing. You know, and a lot of times they're not real big on stats anyways, but, you know, there is some stats they want to know. First pitch strikes for pitchers. So, you know, 2 outs here, 2 on, top of 6, and Davitt hitting. There's a fastball right down the middle, and he'll take it.
Oh, what was that?
Not sure.
An errant throw from Jones. I think that Lepemoff had turned around. He tried to throw it with him turned around, so he held on to it a little bit too long. Looked like one of my pitches.
It looks like Rod Moss. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Nice curveball. And hit him in the back foot. And he was looking at the official like, hey, am I going to go or what? And then the official finally says, take your base, young man, and that'll bring up Harkness. And Brady will bat. His last at bat, he struck out. His first at bat, he was on with an error, so he'll have the chance here. And now that will be it for Nolan Levemoff as second trip in this inning, and he will come out, and we'll see who the new pitcher is going to be. It looks like it's going to be the catcher, Jones, and we'll see who's running out to left field. That will be Austin Kressel. He'll run out to left, number 7. So that will be the end of the day for, and I believe Castetter catches.
Yep.
Am I correct? Yeah, he goes in at catches when the big fella goes out there to pitch. So we'll have a pitching change here. Let me get all this right, and that will be the catcher. Hayden Jones will go on the mound. Castetter will become the new catcher. And then in left field will be Austin Kressel. 7 for 11. So it looks like I think I've got this all right now.
and we're still waiting on the catcher. Here he comes.
Yep, and that'll be Castetter. He'll go in there and catch him. Boy, he got that gear on in a hurry, didn't he? I don't believe it is. Not sure who the catcher is. Is it Braun? Grant Braun is the new catcher? He's just warming him up? Okay. So Grant Braun, he's no longer in the lineup, am I correct? DH, okay. So Kressel comes in. He'll play left. Castetter now is the new catcher on the mound. Hayden Jones, the catcher.
New pitchers, number 24, Hayden Jones.
And here will be the batter for Brady Harkness will bat against him. Bases loaded. It's our first pitching change of the game, and it'll be the catcher on the mound, Hayden Jones. His arm should be loose. He don't need many warm-up pitches.
Oh, yeah.
And he just pretty much, he just said that too. Let's go.
So it's bases loaded with 2 outs.
Absolutely. Situation that probably Hayden lives for as a competitor. You know, stuff he'd love to do.
So as a hitter, what are you setting on right now? Since Hayden probably throws upper 80s.
Well, I'm looking dead red first pitch.
Same here.
You know, you're looking dead red every pitch right here, because if he goes in the dirt with a slider, the potential run scores if it's a wild pitch.
Right.
You know, but I know Hayden, he's got good command of his pitches. He'll use them all here. So Harkness now against Hayden. Bases loaded, 2 outs. And there's a fastball in there for a first pitch strike.
Outside corner.
Hayden Jones says, here it is, big fella. And it's such a quick motion, too, man. He gets down the hill in a hurry.
Yeah, he does. Really short arm action.
And Carroll will even go get somebody else loose. There's a ball a little bit low.
Curveball.
Yeah. So another pitcher runs out to start getting loose for Carroll. Just in case. I believe that might be Gavin Boat. It is. So Boat getting loose down in the bullpen. And there's a foul ball. Look out. So Harkness down quickly, 1-2 to Hayden Jones here in the top of the 6th inning, with Carroll leading 5-3 over Homestead. Will he go off speed here? Here's the pitch, and it's in the dirt and off the mask of the catcher, and that will play to run. Hayden Jones throws a wild pitch there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And all the runners move up.
So now I'm sitting dead red.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'm starting early.
So here it is, a 5-4 game now after that wild pitch and a run scored. And there's a timeout called by the batter. And he'll deliver, throws a fastball down and in. And that's a 3-2 count now.
Got some guys getting excited in the dugout.
Absolutely. Caught that on the mic.
Big pitch right here.
Yep. Full count, 2 outs, top of the 6th inning, 1-run game. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit to the shortstop, Ginder. He'll come up. Oh, he throws it in the dirt, and it gets away. And now we have a lead change. And Harkness will stop at second after the error on the throw. And Homestead back in the lead, 6-5.
Usually a very reliable shortstop, especially on the throws.
And that plays 2 runs.
6-5.
Now we'll have a courtesy runner come out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the change in the Homestead line. The pitch runner is number 4, Brandon Tiger. And now batting is the left fielder, number 17, Cade Colpine.
Colpine, he'll bat now. He'll take a ball. So the 9-hitter now hitting Cade Colping, which will get the lineup back up for Homestead. And there's a pitch up. Quickly 2-0 to Cade Colping. Cade Colping, also a pretty decent basketball player. So an overall good athlete. We're starting to see, a lot of kids playing multiple sports again, which is good.
Yes, definitely.
30 of the first 32 draft picks in the NFL draft a couple weeks ago played multiple sports in high school.
I did see that.
That ball's down and low at 3-0, and we'll see if Gavin Vogt starts to quickly get loose down there in the bullpen. Gavin Vogt, a real nice pitcher. Throws a good fastball, nice tight slider.
His dad was a pretty good pitcher back in his day.
Yes, he was, and that's a called strike.
A little lefty.
In fact, my first at-bat in Little League, in the major leagues, was against his father. And he hit me in the head.
No way.
Yeah, so he hit me in the head.
Talk to him about that.
Yeah, I remind him quite a bit. Yeah. Gavin with a little more control, and he'll take something off of that, and that's a called strike 2, a little bit down and away. So Colping now, full count. Hayden Jones has battled back here. 6-5, 3 runs here in the top of the 6th for Homestead. Hayden Jones now in the stretch, checks the runner. He'll come home, throws a fastball in there. It's hit to the left side, over to Ginder. He'll come up throwing, and he'll get the runner at first.
Big inning.
But a big inning there for Homestead.
Let's see who they got coming out on this. Jack Parisi.
Parisi will come back out. So for Homestead in the top of the 6th, 3 runs on 2 hits and 1 error. And they now lead 6-5 as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. And so we've talked a lot about your pitching apparatus. So been watching a lot of Major League Baseball lately, and I have to tell you, I think the evil empire is back.
I do see that with a lot of young talent too.
Holy mackerel, Andy!
And what's his name? John?
Aaron Judge.
Oh, Judge. Wow.
And he judges to hit the ball really far.
Yes, he does. He's a big boy, definitely.
He has the 2 longest home runs in Major League Baseball this season. Giancarlo Stanton with the 3rd longest. But he almost hit the scoreboard at Yankee Stadium. And I have to tell you, and they have good pitching.
Oh, yeah.
And they have 2 old, they have like basically 3 old guys and 2 real young flamethrowers on there. So Severino, I think, is going to be one of the best pitchers in baseball for the next 5 to 7 years.
No, I haven't seen him pitch yet.
Luis Severino is real good, and he's been working on his changeup for the Yankees, and he does a really nice job. And it's a pitch that he's just developing, and he throws 98, 90, 100. I mean, he throws hard, and then you get into their bullpen, and you got to face Chapman or Betances, and you might as well go home and eat.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you might as well turn it off after they get in the game. But what was it? After 24 straight innings, only 1 earned run?
Yes.
That's crazy.
And Henschel swings and misses at the first pitch.
We'll see what Parisi's made of right here. He's digging deep.
Yeah, he's hit 90 pitches.
He's one of them kids that does not want to come off the mound.
And he takes a little bit off on that one.
2 in a row. Wow.
Yeah, there are a lot of good teams in Major League Baseball now. A lot of good young players starting to become really good.
Yeah, the Indians.
Oh,
what
yeah.
the Indians have done with their farm team. Oh, my God. Farm teams, I tell you, they got great coaches down there. Really good coaches. By the way, they got 9 trainers.
And there's a nice off-speed pitch, a slider there in the dirt, and now Barrel will have to make the throw to first, and he does just in time. And that'll be the first out of the inning. And that will bring up Hunter Freeman.
Now batting is the right fielder.
You look at the Cubs lineup. The Cubs lineup is sick. And I'm not even a Cubs fan, and I have to say it.
But the Yankees dealt with them, didn't they?
They sure did.
Nice pitch. Looks like Parisi's found a little bit of life.
Yeah, and he's taking it off a little bit. He's been throwing pretty hard. He's taking some off here in this inning, just making the other team making out maybe. There's another swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. Breezy in the windup. He'll come in. He'll throw a fastball a little bit low. 1-2 count on Hunter Freeman.
He's definitely throwing more off-speed pitches.
And there he threw and they're going to, check swing called, third strike.
He's on. He worked all winter long in his garage or down the basement.
I saw his pictures on Facebook. Yeah. And it was like, I think it was negative degrees out one day, and they showed it. There was a picture of him working on it. That's awesome.
He was scheduled for a lesson with me, and over at International Harvester, they didn't clean out the snow. It was one of the only snow days, and so I called off lessons, and here he went over the diamond and was taking batting practice over there.
Darn him.
Damn diamond.
Yep. So quickly, 0-2 on Nate Fish.
This is a chip line to strike out the side.
Yeah, and then nobody in the bullpen. There's a ball inside, almost hit him.
Yep. Nice pitch.
1-2, 2 outs. He'll take something off of it, and it's a little bit short in the dirt. 2-2 on Fish with 2 outs. And Parisi now at 101 pitches.
Wow, and that's in the bottom of 6.
Yeah. There's a ball away, so from 0-2 to full count. And this is why coaches have gray hair. From 0-2 to full count.
I guarantee you, Priest is saying, I'm going back out.
Yeah. And he throws another off-speed pitch, and it's fouled out of play. Nate Fish will stay alive here. Ball in the dirt. And that will be ball 4. And Fish is at first, and the leadoff batter, Ginder. Langston Ginder, he'll come up. Two outs. Nate Fish at first base. Parisi now at 104 pitches, unofficially.
The shortstop, number 2, Langston
I almost guarantee if he gets out right here, out of it, he's going to come back out in the 7th.
Yeah, I would think so. Fish with a pretty good lead over there. And there's a swing and a drive to right field. Hit right at the right fielder, and he'll come up throwing and gets it in quickly. No, Davitt gets it in quickly on the line drive.
Look who's up.
That's a single to right, and that will bring up Hayden Jones. And now the head coach is going to come out and make sure everybody's on the same page here.
I think that Hayden's only going to see some sliders.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's a lot down and away. Nick Bile out there talking to his pitcher, Parisi. And in fact, this may be his last batter anyways. At 105 pitches unofficially, and see if they'll allow him to keep going after this guy. He's actually had Riley Perlick's number today, the next batter. So we'll see how they pitch Hayden Jones here. Outfielders move back just a little bit.
Now batting is the pitcher, number 24, Hayden Jones.
And I'm shading over toward right field.
Yeah, it'd be a good idea. Actually, his last at bat, he hit it to left field. So Noah Lysing sneaking in behind Nate Fish. And now here's the pitch in the dirt, blocked. Isaac Bear with a nice block right there. You know, the score dictates you really do kind of have to pitch to him here.
Mm-hmm. You don't want to
carefully
put the go-ahead run on second.
That's right. Here's the pitch, and that's fouled off his foot and went all the way to first base, right off the front foot, and those hurt. I know from experience that those really hurt. Those are the ones that you feel good today and tomorrow not so good.
Oh, yeah. I think my worst was in the shin.
In the shin, yeah. Like the Orioles pitcher the other day, they got hit on back-to-back pitches. Here's a 1-1 pitch, and he'll come home. Another slider in the dirt, blocked by Bear.
Boy, I like that Bear behind the plate.
He does a nice job blocking.
Yep, great defense.
2-1 count. Fish is over at second base. Ginder at first. The runners and Parisi will step off. Parisi from the stretch. He'll come home. High leg kick. Comes in with a fastball. And it's away. And it's 3-1 to Hayden Jones. I mean, I wouldn't even be opposed to probably another slider here.
No, I wouldn't either. I'm not sure if I'd throw a fastball right here. And like I said, Jack's got pretty good control of his slider.
The runners don't go, and there's a slider in. And you can see it was a slider because it was coming in on him, and he fouls it off, and now it's a full count. I mean, if you had a real good two-seamer here, and you could get the either started in and bring it back across or start it in the middle and get it away, that's a good pitch right here. But we'll see what Parisi goes with. See if the runners move. They will be off on this pitch, too. And the runners take off, and there's a swing and a drive to right center field. And it is gone. A 3-run home run by Hayden Jones.
Wow, that kid's a player, ain't he?
Yeah, he sure is. And that was a shot over the right center field fence. And that will give Carroll the lead once again, 8-6. So the dangerous Hayden Jones, a Mississippi State recruit, he gives Carroll the lead on one swing of the bat, 8-6. And we'll see if that is all for Parisi. And they'll leave him in. He's at 111 pitches, and now he'll face Riley Perlich. So a shot to right center field gives Carroll the lead once again. See what Coach Ginder was doing. I think he was trying to figure out who he wants to pitch next inning, actually. It wouldn't shock me if he doesn't bring Gavin Bode in and get that good catcher back behind the plate. And there's a ball to Perlich. So Parisi tried to challenge the big fella and went the wrong way for him there. He'll throw a fastball up and away. 2-0 now. So Riley Perlich in a little DW reference out there. And he'll swing and hit the ball right to the first baseman. He drops it, and now he'll pick it up and step on the base, and that will end the inning for Carroll. But not before they get one big swing of the bat from Hayden Jones and take the lead in this game, 8-6. In that inning for Carroll, 3 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and we will head to the top of the 7th. We'll take a quick timeout. You're watching live high school baseball on SummitCitySports.com.
How do you design one of the most advanced DRs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
We're back live here at Carroll High School, where Carroll just took the lead on one swing of the bat from Hayden Jones. Hits a line drive right over the right center field fence. We don't know how far the fence is here. There's no numbers out there, but a well over 355-foot shot into the gap over there, and he gives Carroll the lead as we head into the top of the 7th. And Noah Lysing, he'll lead off, and he'll take a strike. So the top of the lineup up now for Homestead. Can they get some magic going here? Hayden Jones throws another one, and it's hit, and it's a foul ball.
Did I tell you I went down to Huntington to watch Huntington play, Huntington College?
Yeah, absolutely.
University of Huntington. I'll tell you, that was some good games. DJ Moore, the dude's a stud.
Former Homestead player.
Former Homestead player. He's probably upper 80s, maybe touching 90, and he just dealt. I think he threw a 3-hitter. And they beat Goshen 18-0.
No pitch there. There was a timeout on the field. So, Coach, is it Frame?
800
wins.
801 wins.
Wow, good for him.
Yeah.
And there's a called third strike.
Wow.
Noah Lysing doesn't like it, but that's strike 3. It looked pretty good from here. And there's one out in the top of the 7th. And now Homestead down to their final 2 outs, and that'll bring up Matt Anderson. College baseball all getting ready to start their postseason tournaments, and there's a curveball in there for a strike. And there's another strike.
Wow, he's going right at him, isn't
Yeah, he's like, here it is. We're up 2. You have to earn it. 0-2 count. Quickly, he'll come in, throws a fastball in there, and skied into center field. And Nate Fish camping underneath it, and he'll catch it, and that'll be the second out of the inning. And now down to their final out is Homestead. And that'll bring up Isaac Bear. Bear will bat with 2 outs here. Top of 7. Homestead trails by 2. It's been a back and forth game. You better get ready to hit if you're in the batter's box. Because when you're in there, he is pitching.
He's going right at you.
Reminds me a little of Cole Barkas from Blackhawk Christian. He gets the ball and gets right on the mound. Catches it on the mound, throws a pitch. You just don't get any breaks if you're the fielders, and that's kind of nice. So Barrett, he takes his time there. Now he's in the batter's box. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Swung on him, fouled straight back. And now Homestead down to their final strike in this game here at Carroll High School. The 1-2 pitch on its way. Fastball lined into the right fielder, and he'll just let it bounce right in front of him, and that's a good play. There's no doubles. So a line drive single for Isaac Bear. And that will bring up Wilcox. Luke Wilcox will bat.
Now batting is the first baseman, number 9, Luke Wilcox.
2 outs. Homestead trails by 2. Hayden Jones in the stretch, and he'll throw a pitch just a little bit outside. Hayden Jones up to 23 pitches. Barrett first. There's a fastball. Not sure if he wanted to swing at that one. He'll foul it off.
No, looked like a check swing.
Yeah, for sure.
And he's got the body to put it out, tie it up.
Yeah, he does.
This guy to the soccer field over here. It's in the middle of the field. They don't know if they should play or not.
Soccer players behind us, be careful. And here's another ball hit to the second baseman. He'll come up with it, throw to first, and that will do it here at Carroll High School as Carroll beats Homestead. And now they'll have a rubber match coming on Thursday night right here at Carroll High School with each team winning 1 game. That game you can hopefully will be seen here on SummitCitySports.com. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back with final thoughts here from Carroll High School. You've been watching live high school baseball on SummitCitySports.com.
Parkview Sports Medicine is the most trusted of its kind in Northeast Indiana. That's because of the benefits our services provide you. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionists, the expert physicians at O&E, the area's only specialized athletic rehab, and the region's industry leader in sports performance, AWP. The roster coordinates your care in state-of-the-art facilities conveniently located in your community. To start your journey, visit us at parkviewsportsmedicine.com.
Again on Thursday, as these two teams will hook up one more time.
We are back live here for one final time here from Carroll High School, where Carroll comes from behind on a 3-run blast by Hayden Jones in the bottom of the 6th inning to give Carroll a 8-6 win over the Homestead Spartans. These two teams will battle once again on Thursday night right here at 6 o'clock And not a bad night for Hayden Jones. Gets a win on the mound and comes up with a 3-run shot to win the game for Carroll. Real good game between two real solid quality teams in Northeast Indiana. These two teams,
really good pitchers.
Yeah, real good pitching, good defense on both teams, and just an outstanding high school baseball game.
Yeah.
It's, we're waiting for dinner.
From Casas.
From Casas, yes, exactly.
A little plug in there for you, Tom. Boy, that was a good game.
Yeah,
Definitely.
excellent game. Excellent game between these two well-coached teams, and just an exciting night of high school baseball here on SummitCitySports.com. So final thoughts here, Rich, is you made your debut on SummitCitySports.com.
Oh, yeah.
And Rich Dunham, once again, the inventor, the curator of King of the Hill pitching apparatus.
Yep, it's a dream job, I'm telling you. It's not even a job, it's all fun.
Yeah, I remember when you told me, I'm going to quit my job and do this full time, and sure enough, you've done it. So congratulations to you and to the King of the Hill, and we look forward to talking to you again. Thanks for coming in today and sitting with me and babysitting me. I'm Harry Doyle, and we'll just call you Rich. So the final score here from Carroll High School. Carroll wins 8-6 on the 3-run blast from Hayden Jones. That will do it here. You've been watching live high school baseball on SummitCitySports.com.
Thanks, Ryan. That was fun. Hopefully I didn't mess it up too much.
No, perfect.